Let's start with the nation. Security men raise bar in battle against kidnappers. Sign attendance registered daily. Governor orders council chairman. Russia behind Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali, ECOWAS quit threat. Yahaya Bello to replace Ganduje posters flood Abuja. Insecurity, state police calls get louder. Ibadan blast, Makinde lashes at Atiku. CBN injects $500 million into forex market, and 3 feared killed as another communal clash erupts in Osun communities. Okay.
Let me take the Borno governor. So, the Borno State governor, Babagana Zulum, directed local government chairmen to stay in their local government areas. Now, because of the peculiarities of the Northeast, chairmen go come for election, but then they disappear and collect salaries. So yes, and you find the area ungoverned. And the governor has said he has constantly talked about this over and over and over, but it seems to be hitting
which governor?
Yes, Governor Zulum of Borno. So yesterday he gave the directive in Maiduguri, the state capital, where he presided over the swearing-in of 27 elected council chairmen. He also said they are putting biometrics so that they will thumbprint 4 times daily. So you thumbprint 8 a.m., 2 p.m., noon, and 3:30 p.m. Yes, as governor. And I support him. Come there, press your finger. Yes, no sign. I can use my PA to sign. Press your finger, clock in. Clock out. Yes, do it.
I agree.
4 times daily. 8 a.m., noon, 2:30 p.m., 3:30.
Yes, people should do their work.
Press finger. You say you want to stay in a local government, you want to govern them, stay with them.
Stay there.
Yes,
and see the people you are governing. I like it, I beg.
All over the state. So he also begged them, he talked about them managing the scarce resources that are given to local government. And he also said partner security. You know the peculiarities of the state. You come and do, I'm your son of the soil. Then you go to Abuja and go and be staying. So
fantastic. We need to replicate it across the nation.
Yes, very important.
Totally. Nima bantered about the governor of Kogi State. I am continuing. It's not a banter. This is fact. She's hoping that was comedy. The fact is, immediately after handing over power, the campaign posters, we shouldn't be having posters in Abuja. This is mega, our capital. But 48 hours after I left office, his posters flooded the entire Abuja, everywhere. And he puts APC next level. He is contesting for the APC National Chairman. He's leading the change and building a stronger APC. That's his campaign. The party source was saying in confidence that Bello's move is an attempt to bring back the chairmanship seats to the region. We have zoned it. And it's believed he has the backing of several stakeholders in the North Central. So this is the next move by the former governor of Kogi State, is to go into party leadership as the chairman of the state, of the APC. Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
We're watching. Because if the party doesn't get it right, we don't get it right in leadership, because the parties choose our candidates for us.
At the end of the day. So let's talk about insecurity. It said last Thursday, Katsina State Governor Diko Umar Rada said that states should be allowed to establish their own police commands. He made a call at a 2-day roundtable on insecurity in northern Nigeria, held at the Nigerian Army Resource Center, NAC, in Abuja. And the governors argued that, allowing states to establish the police command will replace existing security outfits. And he explained why. He said the Northwest region, particularly in recent years, has faced an alarming surge in various forms of insecurity, including banditry, kidnapping, insurgency, and communal conflict. And the challenges we know have disrupted lives of countless Nigerians and hindered economic growth and development in those areas. So in addressing the crisis, he says they need to understand the significance of regional cooperation in the fight against insecurity, and several factors must be considered. The first is the cross-border nature of the insecurity. He said that the experience that they have so far is that bandits operate freely between Katsina, Zamfara, and Sokoto. And when you make an attempt to push them out from one state, they go to another state, operate there for a bit, and then go back to their original state. And in their argument also for state policing, they said over 100,000 persons were killed from 2009 to 2015 in Borno alone. This was according to the Vice President Kashim Shettima. Yeah. And he says another 63,111 were killed across the country from June 2015 to May 2023 by terrorists. They broke down all the activities of the terrorists that has happened. And the conversation moved into the fact that for us to have a true federal system, we must have devolution of powers. That's the hallmark of true federalism. Now, what we are operating is federalism through the back, because we're having our security like a unitary system of government, and then we claim that we are operating a federal system. Yeah. And also that for us to be effective in curbing our security issues is that people on ground, the local governments and the citizens, must be in charge of their own security, because they are the ones that understand their terrain, they understand the criminal elements in their state. And so you cannot put somebody from probably Katsina to like an eastern state to understand how their forests work. So state policing is very important, and this is what everybody's clamoring. I agree totally with them.
All right, so Nigeria's former Minister for Foreign Affairs, Professor Bolaji Akemi, said yesterday that Russia has a hand in Burkina Faso, Niger Republic, and Mali's sudden announcement of departure from ECOWAS. According to him, he says that Russia is seeking to weaken Western influence in Africa. Akemi is saying that Russia is emboldening these three countries to break up from ECOWAS as part of their attempt to weaken what one would call the Western influence in the part of the world. Russia has not shown its capability to help these three countries to combat the jihadists they are going through. He says that he feels that this issue is not going to be resolved anytime soon, and they say that they have actually said they will leave immediately, because usually, according to the binding law, they're supposed to leave after a year and continue their responsibilities. They'll give a notice of 1 year and continue the responsibility. But these three countries said they were leaving with immediate effect, and it feels that Russia obviously has a hand in this, emboldening these nations to leave ECOWAS. Moving on now to the Punch. Kidnapping epidemic. Over 17,000 Nigerians abducted under Buhari, Tinubu says report. FG US signed MOU to train police special squad commanders. Naira falls to all-time low at official market sales at 1,348 Naira to the dollar. Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger exit may weaken $277 billion ECOWAS trade, says report. Bribery, Lagos CP probes DPO. 2,885 candidates sit computer-based WASI January 31st. Lawmakers accuse Fubara of unlawful conduct. Governor warns pro-Wike appointees. Okay, which story?
I think the CP. So the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, Adegoke Fayoade, according to the PRO for the force in Lagos, has ordered the DPO, one of the DPOs in Epe, to step aside while he's being investigated for allegedly accepting a 2 million naira bribe to release suspected armed robbers. So according to the story, the armed robbers were arrested under his division, and the monarch in Epe called him and said that the boys were his boys and they were not armed robbers, and offered him allegedly a 2 million naira check, which he accepted, and then a report was made that he accepted that bribe. So the CP has asked him to step aside while they query his actions and investigate these allegations. But a source said to the Punch while they were investigating, another police officer not disclosed, said that the issue is that the men, that is not the true account, that it wasn't even a case of a setup, that he has always been in had conflicts with the monarch in question. He refused the check. Another DPO within the jurisdiction in Ekpe, one Noforija, had called him. This is the DPO whose name is Okoruwa, called him and said to him that he had an interest in the matter, and so the arrest that was made was for two people who were in possession of firearms in a car, and that this was not the case. But they're all hoping that the investigations absorb him of these allegations. All
right, let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.